back-to-back real ain't a thing. So many rings, so many. Anyone saying that I ain't brought life to the game, one touching the record. Locked up the game like a. My dogs coming with me like we charge up the city like Tesla. I ain't do it for the fame, I just did it for the reins. Only when they.
Hi everyone, time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports and a look at the starters for the Pistons. Tip-off goes to Houston. Van Vliet with it. Outside, Green. Jacks up a three. The shot will not fall. And it's Detroit the other way. Thompson against Thompson. The 17-footer. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. Pass to Van Vliet. On the wing, Thompson. Şengün trying to free himself up. Thompson against Thompson. To the paint. Duran. That's in. Coming off the assist from Thompson.
Assist from Asar Thompson.
Houston's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Outside, Green. Passes it to Thompson. Green kicks to Thompson. Van Vliet outside. 4 on the shot clock. Shoots. Smith trying to break loose. Van Vliet can't get it to go. Now here is Harris. Ivy on the wing. Pass to Cunningham. Fires for 3. It's rebounded by Houston. Van Vliet outside. Goes up the baseline. Duran pulls it in. For Detroit, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Thompson passes to Ivy. Basket counts.
And using that quickness to maneuver around the paint that time. What a play from Ivy.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
The Rockets with another miss. The Pistons have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's Thompson, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Despite the contact, Thompson still gets it to go, showing some heart there.
Van Vliet against Cunningham. The pass to Şengün. On the wing, Green. Ivy defending. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
This is why I love his game. You really have to admire his tenacity.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Finished the season last year around 80% from the stripe.
Guys, I thought he got into a groove last year at the charity stripe, and I thought he maintained it deep into the season as well.
Rockets trailed by 3. Van Vliet left side. Here's Şengün. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. And so it's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for Detroit. Pass to Ivy. Stolen by Thompson. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, pass Van Vliet with it. Back to Green. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Smith outside. Here's Van Vliet. And Cunningham with the block.
Oh, great anticipation by Cunningham, managing to get his hand on that shot.
Houston's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Van Vliet against Cunningham. Şengün trying to free himself up. On the wing, Harris, covered by Smith. And a great move by Cunningham. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Pistons.
Well, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
And also, how about the fact defensively, they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
Here's Shepard. Brooks feeling it out a bit. Outside, Green. Houston needs to get a shot off. Here's Whitmore. Rebound by the Pistons. If they time it right, they can end this quarter with a 2-for-1.
And that's how you want to end the quarters.
Cunningham finds Ivy. Here's Duren. That shot, no good. And the Rockets take it the other way. Pass to Whitmore. Inside, and stolen by Ivy. One-on-one here. Here's Cunningham. That one's a miss. His third shot of the game. He's made one of them. Now Whitmore. It's blocked. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. And that does it for the first quarter. It's Detroit. They lead by 5. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way.
10.
Fans, your youth dance squad.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. On the court for the Pistons, guard spots filled by Cunningham and Ivy. They're with Thompson. And it's Duren in at the 5 down low. The Pistons shooting their first free throws of the evening.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Taking 2 shots.
Rockets trail by 7. Outside, Green. Yes, to Tate. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. Detroit leading by 5.
What I appreciated about Thompson is his recognition. He knows when to force the issue and when to pull back.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe. And that one misses. So for the Rockets. For Green. Good on the second free throw. The Rockets shoot. Van Vliet with the bounce pass. Now the pass to Tate.
Pistons foul.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Personal foul.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
And you know, that's not the kind of percentage any player wants to see next to his name at the end of the season.
The Pistons leading. Over in the corner, Cunningham. Back to Thompson. Trying his luck from deep. It's rebounded by Houston. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Here's Eason. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Pistons leading by 5. Here's Ivy. Got 6 points. And it's the Rockets with the ball. Passes it to Shepard. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Here's Thompson. The rebound by Shepard. Rockets have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. Thompson against Van Vliet. Pass to Shepard. Clock at 6. No good that time. And Detroit the other way now. Now Harris. No points in the game yet for him. And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major or it could be just a slight tweak.
Houston making 2 changes. Smith comes in, and it's Thompson in. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Thompson. Stewart trying to get open.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
Pass to Şengün. Rebound by the Pistons. And here's Cunningham to the inside. Fontecchio, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam. And for those of you just joining us, in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Van Vliet kicks to Thompson. He dishes it to Smith. Here's Shepard, covered by Beasley. Shepard, the pass to Thompson. 2 on the clock. Another miss by Houston. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Rockets trail by 9. On the wing, Thompson, covered by Beasley. Thompson passes to Şengün. Beasley comes with the double team. The shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Houston gets it back. The pass to Shepard to end the cold streak. And another shot. And the layup good by Smith. Smith's 59 seconds left to play here in the half. Thompson outside. Launches it. Here's Cunningham. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time for the Pistons. Houston's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Thompson outside. Van Vliet against Cunningham. Şengün. Şengün's got his second bucket of the night.
Working that pick and roll action superbly. Şengün knows exactly where he needs to be.
Beasley outside. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Van Vliet outside. And out of bounds. The Pistons will take it.
And this has been a comedy of errors. I mean, we can just add another one to the list.
Green, Cameron Whitmore, Dylan Brooks, Jalen Green.
And so that brings the first half to a close. Pistons lead by 10. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter.
Okay, fans, put your hands
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Pistons leading by 10. The guard spots are Van Vliet and Green. The pairing up front, Smith and Şengün. And it's Thompson in at the 3. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Rocket shoot. Passes it to Van Vliet. Fires from deep. Good on the three-point shot. Van Vliet's got himself on the board with 3 there. And, well, Detroit shooting 43% for the game. Cunningham kicks to Stewart. For 3, Beasley. Şengün with the rebound. Şengün's. Green taking his time here. Pass to Van Vliet. Thompson outside. 6 to shoot. Şengün passes to Thompson. No good with the triple. Here's Thompson. Tries again. Rockets trail by 7. Smith inside. The shot missing. For Detroit, they've... Thompson with it. Now Smith defending. Cunningham outside. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Detroit, no good that time either.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
You know, that's a trademark of his defense. Quick to react, close down the shooter, and then affect the shot. You know, that's just sloppy basketball giving away a possession. No real reason for that turnover.
For the Rockets. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Cunningham dishes it to Thompson. Shoots over Van Vliet. Fontecchio passes. Again, the miss by the Pistons. Rockets trail. Oh, and here we go. Green's got it. The fast break chance. Oh, that's blocked. Beasley against Van Vliet. Thompson outside. Down low. Deflects the pass. And the rejection by Smith. Cunningham kicks to Thompson. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
Rockets ball.
And the Rockets making a change here.
For your Rockets, Eason.
Reed Shepherd.
And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for the Houston Rockets. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Here's Shepherd. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And the shot goes in.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
It's stolen by Green. And it's the Rockets on the break. Green with the ball. Pass to Shepherd. Tate with the ball. Offline with his 3. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
Put your hands together for your Rockets dancers. Rockets power dancers.
Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Off the mark, and the drought continues.
Total breakdown from the defense there. I mean, he'll usually take advantage when that's the case.
Here's Brooks, and he lays it straight in. And now just a 3-point Piston lead. A minute 42 left to play in the third. Outside Hardaway. For the three. Brooks grabs the board. The Rockets have the dish to Green. There's the pass for the tie. Got it all tied up now for the Rockets.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Yeah, you know, battling back is about staying the course, and their attitude never changed.
Cunningham against Green. Cunningham gets the bucket. And that's now 6 points.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by Houston.
Passes. .51 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to Brooks. Goes back up. They kick it out to Green for the lead. The three ball. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
For Jalen Green.
Cunningham with it. 6 points for him. .24 seconds left here in the third quarter. Houston's pass now, Green. No good from 18. Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over.
Fans, your youth dance squad.
Here's Cunningham. And he beats the buzzer. Wow!
Yeah, that's just an amazing play to get that ball off in time.
I agree. I mean, and to have the composure to lock in and get off a shot he feels confident about, that's good work.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. And on the floor for Detroit here in the fourth. Harris is out, then it's Cunningham, and it's Fontecchio in at the three. Just 5 to shoot. Count the basket. Van Vliet's for the Rockets. And, well, Detroit shoot. Now, here's Cunningham. From past the arc. Tate with the rebound. Rocket shoot. Thompson outside. Back to Van Vliet. And there's the pass to Tate. Shot clock at 6. On the wing, Green. Off target from three-point range. Green's gone 2 for 5, shooting 40% from the field here. Beasley for 3. Tate with the rebound. Rockets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Kicks it to Thompson. Pass to Van Vliet. That's his first foul.
Cade Cunningham. First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Beasley against Green. To the middle. 6 on the shot clock.
Alperen Şengün.
We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
First personal foul. First team foul.
He misses the free throw.
At the line for the Pistons, Asar Thompson.
So he comes up empty at the line. Houston leading by 3. To Van Vliet. Rebound by the Pistons. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. Nothing doing offensively yet for them in the fourth. Houston's. Van Vliet right side. Dishes it to Thompson. Can't hit from in close. Pistons trailed by 3. Thompson outside. Pass to Duren. Cunningham outside. Shoots over Van Vliet. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
He's so clutch, Kevin. When the pressure is at its highest, that's when he's at his very best.
Smith kicks to Green. Şengün trying to free himself up. And it's Green missing. And, well, Detroit shoot. And it's Beasley in the corner to take the lead. Here's Duren. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes. Pistons foul. Cade Cunningham. Second personal foul. Second team foul. At the line
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. He's able to hit the second one, and that will put them up by 2.
Well, they should be looking at a 3-point lead. Hopefully for them, that miss won't cost them.
Here's Cunningham. And he hits it to tie the game up. Rockets have gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. Van Vliet against Cunningham. Count that one from Van Vliet. Van Vliet's got 4 points this quarter. 1:37 left in the fourth quarter. Thompson right side. Back to Cunningham to take the lead. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Got his 5th assist in this one.
I love the mentality of Cunningham tonight, looking for his shot, and boy, is he producing.
Here's Van Vliet. And the basket is good. Van Vliet's got 9 points here in the second half. Well, as we move into the fourth, it's been an even game.
Guys, teams have exchanged the lead 5 times thus far.
Cunningham dishes it to Thompson. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Van Vliet. In it goes for the 5th time and 10 shots for him this game. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for the Rockets?
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
54 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Stolen by Thompson. And here we go. Fast break. Cunningham's got it. Here's Duran. It falls. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
And Cunningham with the block. And they get it back. And it's Green missing. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Now a timeout called by Detroit. They're behind by 1. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
T-shirt time!
And the Rockets making a change here. Brooks checked in. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on J.B. Bickerstaff's huddle.
Thank you, David. Here's Cunningham. He goes up again. It drops.
And that bucket was absolutely huge. A defensive stop now may just seal the deal.
Timeout called the Rockets. They're down by 1. There's 18 seconds left in the game. Guys, what's your take?
Yeah, always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
And we call those ATOs, or plays run after a timeout. They often make the difference in a game.
Here's Van Vliet. That's tipped. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Foul. Second team foul.
And an intentional foul right there.
Fred Van Vliet. First personal foul. Third team foul. Shooting for Detroit.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss.
For 2.
And he ends up making the second, and that will put them up by 2. Timeout called the Rockets. What's your take, guys?
Yeah, tough situation here, but they do have enough time to get a catch and shoot. It's going to have to be very quick, but they do have time.
Let's make some noise! We are the 6th man!
And so it's the Pistons who come out on top here.